Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm LaDonna, your instructor. Today we are going to make these very pretty Victorian style earrings using one of my favorite types of beads, which is called a Super Duo twin bead. It's a very versatile bead that has 2 holes, which opens up an endless design opportunity for you. First off, you're going to cut 3 feet of your Fireline thread and thread it through your number 12 beading needle. Then you're going to slip on one of your matte gold Super Duo beads, string that through your 4x6 millimeter faceted check bead, and then you will put on one more of your Super Duo beads. Slide all of that down to about 3 inches to the end of your thread, and then you're going to come back through your 4 millimeter by 6 millimeter faceted bead, go through the opposite twin bead again, come back through your 4 by 6 millimeter check bead, and back again through your twin bead. Tie a surgeon's knot to secure it, and you'll notice it kind of looks like, I don't know, a little bumblebee or maybe a bug that's got 2 wings sticking out of each side of it. This is the center part and the foundation for our earring. Make sure that's nice and snug and stable. Then bring your needle back through that center bead and one more time through that twin bead, working kind of like a figure 8 with your thread. Now we're going to work on either side of our faceted bead. Pick up 5 more of the Super Duos and thread that through one of the bottom holes of the opposite Super Duo that you have attached to your center bead. Line those up, pull it nice and snug, and you'll notice they kind of fall right into place around your center bead. Now pick up 5 more of those Super Duos and go through that opposite side twin bead again. Line everything up, pull it nice and snug, and they should fall right into line and look something like a little flower that you've got going in front of around your center bead. Now I'm going to take my needle and pass that through the bottom hole of all of those beads that I have sewn around my center at least one more time so it is nice and secure. If you give that thread a little tug in the direction that you are moving your needle, it will definitely help tighten all that center up. And it's really important that this is very stable, very secure, because it is the foundation for the rest of your earring. Alright, so I have that nice and firm now. You can see where they all kind of line up like a flower around that center bead. Now we are going to jump up to the next level, so I actually turn my work and I take my thread and I go through the top hole of that last Super Duo bead. This is called leveling up, and that's how we start working on the next level of our beading. So I'm going to string a number 8 matte green bead, go through the top hole of the next matte gold Super Duo, then I'm going to go through one hole of one of my iridescent blue-green twin beads, and then through the top of the next gold super duo that I've already got on my center, I'm going to pick up another of the matte round number 8s, go through the top of the next gold, and so on. I'm going to continue doing that where every other bead is a matte number 8, and the fill-in opposite beads are my iridescent blue-green super duos, and this is creating our next level of our earring. So we're building it from the center out. I keep that nice and snug and firm, give it a little tug, lay it flat, make sure it's all nice and even. Now the next level, we're going to use a number 8 bright seed bead, and we are going to place one of those in between all of our beads on the previous level. So we'll pick up one of the bright gold beads and go through one of the matte green beads. Pick up another one of the gold beads and go through the top level now of our iridescent blue-green twin bead. Pick up another bright gold bead, go through the next green matte bead, and so on all the way around. All of the supplies are listed at the beginning of the video. You can always pause the video if you need to make a list, but they're also listed down in the comment section. And there we go, we've got all of our gold beads in place. Once again, give that a nice little tug and make sure that it is nice and secure. And then I go through the next bead beyond my gold beads, so that is our leveling up into the top of that iridescent blue-green bead. Now, I did not get rid of that center thread that was still kind of hanging out and it was really bugging me. So I took my thread zapper and ran that bead back through my center bead and gave that a little zap and got rid of it so it would quit irritating me. For the next level, we're going to be putting one of our number 11 Ceylon blue TOHO seed beads in between all of our beads from the previous level. So we're going to pick up one of our number 11s and go through a gold bead, the bright gold from the previous level, and then pick up another of the Ceylons and go through the next iridescent blue-green bead. Pick up another Ceylon, go in between the gold, there again, all the way around. So you have one of those number 11 seed beads in between. And you'll notice when you pick it up and you think, oh, it's not going to quite have enough room, you just give it a little tug and it pops right into place. So that fills up all of our spaces, makes things nice and secure, and it adds that fresh pop of color that we need as well. So I'm just working all the way around, getting all of those Ceylon beads in there. Getting ready to do our next level, which is the little picot that we're going to do. There we go, we're all the way around, and I go through not only the last of my iridescent blue-green twin beads top holes, but I do also go through the very first Ceylon number 11 bead that will be our leveling up. So now I'm going to pick up one of the brass gold number 11 seed beads, a Ceylon seed bead, and another number 11 brass. So I have all three of them on my thread, and then I'm going to pass my thread through the next Ceylon bead that was from the level below. And you can see that makes a little triangle picot. Then I'm going to pick up a brass and a Ceylon and a brass, number 11, and I'm going to go through the next Ceylon bead as well as the top of the blue-green super duo and the following Ceylon number 11 seed bead. So I'm bypassing all three of those beads. Then I'm going to pick up a brass, a Ceylon, and a brass and go through just the next Ceylon seed bead from the previous row. Give that a little tug, pop all three of those into place, making our nice little triangular picot. For the next point, you're going to do a brass, a Ceylon, and a brass. And now once again, we're going to go through the blue Ceylon, the top of the iridescent blue-green twin bead, and the following Ceylon, so all three of those beads. Give that a little tug, and that will make our triangle and move us to the next section. So when we work our way all the way up to the top again, we want to put on our earring hook. So you are going to have to take your thread and work it through to the top of your earring and just find the path of least resistance, working your needle through the beads and getting yourself back to the top of one of the picots at the top of your earring. So your earring is oriented vertically with their 4x6 middle bead moving in an up and down vertical direction. Then you're going to pick up two of the brass seed beads and put on your earring hook and two more of the brass seed beads and come back down through the top Ceylon bead and work your way back down through the outside edge of that next picot. And I want you to tie a knot, so run your thread around from front to back and then go through the loop, pull it nice and snug and make yourself a knot. Then work your thread back around and pass it through the beads that are securing your earring hook at least one more time so it's nice and secure. When you get back to the other side, once again, tie another knot. If you have enough thread left, I would suggest running it back through even a third time if you can, so you have a nice secure earring hook. Pass it back around, pull it nice and snug, tie your knot, and then weave in your end and zap it off with that thread zapper. As you can see, you can make so many different pretty variations of this. If you use iridescents and pastels, it looks very soft and Victorian. You can make funky ones, yellow and orange and black. Just have fun.